Often, members or just people look at me and ask, how do you stay in such great shape? The truth, I spent over a decade getting here. I've trained 25 hours a week, I've gained 30 pounds in a rut, I've run marathons, I've done triathlons, and I've even rode a unicycle. But fitness, it's never been a straight line. I'm Colby Christophic, owner of Oxnard Movement CrossFit Ventura. I'm a coach and a new dad. I've lived through almost every season of training you can imagine. From youth sports to collegiate athletics, from burnout to rebirth, from chasing the podium to just chasing my daughter around the house. This is a story of how my training has evolved and what I've learned about fitness in the long term, consistency and keeping your fire alive. Growing up, I played every sport you can name. Soccer, baseball, football, basketball. I just liked moving. The first time I took training seriously though, was when I got a personal coach for baseball. I totally remember this. I am left-handed and I learned how to bat right-handed. So that personal coach taught me how to bat left-handed as well. And that one-on-one time skyrocketed my progress. Pretty soon I was asked to join a travel team for baseball. But honestly, didn't like it that much. So I quit. I made a left turn. I joined a tiny water polo team. I didn't even know what it was. I was 9. I sucked. I could barely even swim, but I loved it. We trained 2 hours a day for 2 years before we ever played in a tournament. I'll never forget the first tournament though, because Coach Bill told us we had to ditch our jammers and wear Speedos. We were absolutely mortified. We said there's no way we would wear a Speedo. And now you know, I'd wear a Speedo anywhere, even Trader Joe's. By high school, I was training 25 hours a week. I was swimming, I was lifting, and I was practicing. I loved it. I still remember every single coach who believed me. Coach Bill, Coach Herman, and Coach Luther. They saw me more than as just an athlete. They saw the potential in me as a human. Ironically, when I got to college, I trained less. NCAA rules capped us at 20 hours per week, but it was smarter training, more efficient, more impact. And for the first time ever, we had a real strength and conditioning coach. Thanks, Matt Young. You changed the game. But here's the thing, when you're training that much, nutrition becomes about volume, not quantity. We were literally shoveling food into our bodies. Calories were currency. It didn't matter if it was chicken and rice or 2 double doubles. We just needed to refuel and recover. When water polo ended, not by any means of my own, so was everything else. I had no team, I had no structure, I had no motivation. I fell into a 9-month rut. I didn't train, I didn't move, and I gained close to 30 pounds. Mentally, I wasn't in it. I didn't want to be in shape. I had no reason to be. I still have a picture from that time of me wearing a Speedo next to an old Camaro that I drove in college. At the time, I thought I looked like a hotshot, but looking back, I looked ridiculous and completely lost. CrossFit didn't just get me back in the gym, it gave me a reason to move. It felt like play again. Every workout was a skill, a challenge, or a game. And more importantly, there were other people learning and suffering alongside me. I also did something called the Whole Life Challenge early in my CrossFit career. 8 weeks of clean eating, hydration, mobility, and tracking. I did a bunch of them. My body would fluctuate between the before and the afters, but I was hooked. Progress felt super fun again. From 2014 to 2017, I chased regionals. I trained 2 to 4 hours a day, 6 days a week. It was intense, it was exhilarating, and it was also where I made a bunch of mistakes. I ignored pain, back pain, knee pain. They were talking to me and I didn't listen. I skipped the boring fundamentals in favor of the hot stuff, intensity. I thought more volume was gonna be better than better movement. Eventually, I burned out, and that's when I made one of the best decisions of my life. I stopped training to compete, and I started training to live and have fun. I went back to 4 to 5 days a week of CrossFit and classes. With the extra time and energy, I played. I learned how to surf, I skated, I longboarded, I learned how to play tennis, and I even learned how to ride a unicycle. All the fitness that I had gained, I just applied it to the things that I wanted to do. And here's the cool part. Once I got to a strong, mobile, capable place, it didn't take much to maintain it. People ask me, how do you stay so fit? And I tell them, I put in the hours, I earned this baseline, and now I just have to keep watering it. And now, I'm in a brand new phase. Kira and I just had a baby. Food looks different. Sleep is not super consistent. Workouts are fewer, but more intentional. I've been training CrossFit about 12 times a month for even the past 6 months and doing everything that I can outdoors. You know what? I'm okay with it. I'm not at my peak, and that's all right, because I know how long it took for me to build this shape, and I'm giving myself grace to get it back. My goal now, stay healthy and strong for my daughter, for my partner, for myself, because consistency over time beats perfection in spurts. Here's what I tell my younger self, and what I tell anyone watching this: don't skip the basics. Listen to your body, especially the pain. Train with people. You'll last way longer. It's not about finding the perfect program. It's about doing any program consistently. You don't have to be at your peak forever, but you do have to keep showing up. Fitness isn't linear, it's seasonal, just like life. And the more you honor where you're at in your own season, the more likely you're still gonna be moving in your 30s, in your 40s, and your 50s. If you're watching this and you're feeling stuck, inconsistent, or like your best days are behind you, I want you to know that they're not. I've been there, and I'm telling you, it's never too late to start again. Whether you're just beginning or coming back after a long break, you don't have to do it alone. That's exactly why we built Oxnard Movement CrossFit Ventura. We're not just training for aesthetics or for personal records. We're training for life, for energy, for confidence, for longevity, for the people that we love. If you're ready to build something that lasts physically, mentally, and emotionally, we want to meet you. Check us out. Come in for a free intro, and let's take that first step together. We'll see you in the gym. If you've ever ghosted your gym, had to start over on a Monday, or thought lifting a baby counts as leg day, our videos are for you. We break down all sorts of health and fitness content and give you real advice I wish more people heard. No fluff, no BS, just actionable items. Even if your life's a mess and your squat form is questionable, at the end of our videos, you'll find some sort of actionable content and know what to do next. So buckle up, this might be uncomfortably relatable.